Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a live special of Fortresscraft Evolved, where you're going to see us mod it, where we're going to teach you how to do some basic modding for the game. Now, this is all the game that we absolutely love, which is Fortresscraft Evolved 64-bit mode. But as I said, today is going to be modding day. We're going to show you how we do our modding. Hopefully we can get a modding community up and running and helping not only myself but you guys out as well, so we can do some basic recipes. We can get some people that know how to do coding for machines. We can get the devs involved and say, yeah, no, you should be doing it that way. And then we can say, oh right, okay, thanks for helping us. So yeah. So why are we modding it? What is the point of modding a game? Now, this is the first thing you've got to decide when you become a modder. And I think it's very, very important. Now, we're just going to go into the game because I want to go into the game for us, because we are doing season 6 and we do need some more bits and pieces for season 6. So while we're modding it, because we'll be testing it while we're modding it, it's going to be the best thing for us. Now, when you get into a game, a lot of you can be frustrated and say, why isn't this done? Why isn't that done? Why can't we have this? Why can't we do this? Basically because the devs are either too busy, it's not on their list, you haven't asked, you haven't put in suggestions, or they don't want to put it in. Or it could be for a number of reasons. What you've got to decide is, can I do it? Do I want to do it? How much work is it going to be? Now, this is season 6. Now, we probably will be kind of laggy on this because we're doing an awful lot of work on it. So do bear with us, because we know that there's been an update. Now, the first thing that you've got to check as a new modder, yeah, is you're going to go into the game, you're going to play the game, and you're going to say, what do I want to change? And in this, what we're going to show you in this basic tutorial, and this tutorial is going to be several hours long. It's not going to be done in 5 minutes, it's not going to be done in 20 minutes, it's not going to be done in an hour. It's going to be done in hours. I'm telling you, hours. The quickest I've ever done a modded tutorial is going to be this one. Okay, we might cut it down to smaller chunks if people are interested, but if there's no interest, we won't do it. So first of all, you're going to press E, you're going to have a look. You know all about the Broken Wasp mod if you've been following this channel, and basically we have all of these in here, and instantly we notice we have something, because it's been updated. It says null item entry copper coal. Now, what does that mean? Well, basically what that means is that the devs have done an update, and the update where you keep the file has been overwritten. So this is why you've got a null item entry. Okay, and the only way to fix that is to rewrite your text that you wrote into the file. So this is where we're now going to show you some very basics before we even get into the nice nitty gritty and bits and pieces of stuff like that. So we are going to escape the game and we are going to quit the game. Always, if you're modding the game, equip the game. Don't just press the X in the corner, okay, because that's going to be no good to you whatsoever. Now, the first thing that you're going to learn to do in this tutorial is to back up your world. If you're not going to back up your world, forget it, okay. You're just going to fail, because you're going to overwrite original files and you're screwed. So how do we find out where your original worlds are? Well, I believe that's quite easy enough to do. If you want to find out where your original worlds are, now I haven't done it this way for a while, so do bear with me. I'm just going to check my notepads, and we're going to have that's not the one that I want there. That's not that one there, so let's get off of that there. You will see the screen flicker quite a lot, okay, because of me having the notepad open and other bits and pieces open. I'll just close the notepad of what I wanted to have there, so we'll have to go back there and do that at a little bit of a later date, but that's not too much of a problem. So basically what you're looking for is this folder. Now we're going to show you how to find that folder, and in there you can see a file called worlds. Okay, now if you can look at the top, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but it says computer local disk C users HMK app data local low reject again Fortress Craft evolved. So we're actually going to try and go through this way, and basically what you do is you go to options, you right click on the game title, by the way, to get up this menu, and you go into properties, right, and you go into local files. Okay, now there's two ways that you can do this. The easiest way is backup game files, but you know it's going to be, well, where are my game files located? So we browse local files, okay, and it will put you into this file here. Okay, now I actually don't believe it's in here. So you can, yeah, because what you're looking for is local disk C. Okay, it's the easiest way to open it. And if you open up, then open up Steam, and I believe it's Steam apps. Is it common? Yeah, Fortress Craft evolved. I'm just going to open the file I've got. Right, okay, so we're actually in the wrong section. So it's computer local disk C. So it's local disk C, and we want users. Okay, we want the users, which is then HMK. HMK, by the way, is going to be what your computer is called. Okay, it's not going to be HMK. Okay, so you open that one, and what are we looking for now? We're now looking for app data. Now in Windows 10 you will find app data, okay, but in Windows 7 you won't find app data, which is rather annoying, because you've got to hopefully this will work. Okay, you can see app data there. Okay, why it doesn't show up in Windows 7 I don't know. Okay, but if you just type it in app data, you'll actually go into the actual folder, and then you'll see a local low. Is it local low that we're looking for? Yep. Then you're looking for projected games, then Fortress Craft, and then this is where you will find your worlds file. Now you see that I've got backup worlds here, house in here, house, right? Okay, these are all my worlds. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these and I'm going to delete these. I don't want these anymore, they're no good, they're out of date, they're far out of date. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do before you even mod any of your worlds, yeah, is you're going to open this one up, and you can see these are the worlds that you've got. You've got the Dead Zone, Halcyon 3, Halcyon Tutorial, Season 6, Test World and World. Okay, so I want all of those backed up. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, copy, make sure it's copy and not cut, open the backup worlds, and then paste. Okay, and you can see it's 227 meg there. Okay, and the reason I do it this way is this is the most important file for you, and as Kajuki has also said, if you're trying to get to the app data, a quicker way is to type in %appdate%, okay, and you'll get straight to that folder. So I've now got the worlds folder in here. So what I want to do is just, I now want to cut these, and I want to put them here. Okay, I know it's a little bit winded around there. Alright, so that should now be empty, so I can now delete that. Okay, that's deleted there. And then that means in my backup folder, which is never ever touched or changed, by the way, because the game doesn't recognise that folder, so you can call it anything in your world. You can call it black and white pigs and donkeys if you want. You can call it anything you want, as long as you know that that folder is backup worlds. Because if when you're updating you screw up one of these worlds, it's like, oh damn, I've buggered it. You can just go into your backup folder, you can delete this, go into your backup folder and say, right, I've screwed up that one. So you right click on it, you copy it, and then you paste it back into your world, and voila, bang, it's there. But it goes back to the time you saved it. Okay, so if you do not save your worlds on a regular basis, and you only do it once a month, and you've been playing for a month, and then your game crashes, you're going to go back a month, and that could be very, very annoying. So after you've done that, okay, you've got your backup worlds, yeah, that's it. You don't need to touch that again. Okay, I would suggest you save this, yeah, right, and you copy this, yeah, and then close that window. You can close that window as well for now, and we'll open up Notepad. Yeah, and what I suggest is you paste it there, so you know that that location that is on the window there, you can copy and paste that into your run command, and that will instantly give you your backup world folder. Okay, so that's a very useful thing to do there, okay, because you've got it, you know where it is, you've been there, and it's quicker to do. So now that we've done that, and we're not going to save that, we're going to say, well, what is next? What do we do next to mod the game? Now this is where you'll need certain folders open, and you'll need, and you can't do it in anything else as far as I'm aware, I'm not the best modder, I'm only a beginner modder myself, is Notepad++. It's free to download, it doesn't cost you anything, and this is what you're going to need. Now you're going to need certain files opened in certain locations. Now these files that we've got open, the one that we're going to show you how to do and the ones that we're going to go through, first of all, is a manufacturer recipes. Now this is the main game. Okay, this is where all your recipes for the game are stored. Okay, now there's two places where this is stored. There's one in the actual games folder and there's one in the modded folder. Now if you've been using Broken Wasp mod, yeah, you will know that you have 3 installations at the moment, because I've not been able to make my own installer. I'm not that clever yet, and I do say yet, we're working on it. So we put one into the modded section, because what happens is any of the modded, when the game is uploaded, if your modded file is in the mod folder and it's supported by the game, and not all of them are, you won't get the new recipes. Your recipes will overwrite it. Okay, if it's an item, and you can see the Broken Wasp mod Glowshroom seed bit there. Okay, if you just see, it's just about there, yeah, you will have this overwritten. So if that's not been updated by the game, yours will still be there. But if he's put in, say, another rare drop, your entry will be gone. It's saved on the notepad, but if you click and save it, you've just got rid of the new updated files. This is the important thing. You don't save anything, you don't do anything yet. And then these are the what I've called window files don't add. Now those to me is when I'm looking through all my scripts, you see it's all in black, and I've got in don't forget to check this. So I need to check the recipes for what I've changed and say, right, okay, I need to change this. I want to make sure that when I'm going through, and you'll see as we go through, that we need to check for the space windows, we need to check for the PSB Mark III, make sure it's not changed or anything like that. And those are the main ones, because they're further up. It's where you write them, where it's been written, and how it's done, to how easy it's going to be done. Terrain data. Now this here is one of them that is very another one that gets updated quite frequently, and I can already see straight away from that, yeah, that is a new file. Okay, because it's not been it's not got the bits and pieces in that I would have, so we would have to have a look at that. The research XML, okay, this hasn't been changed, but because we were doing this, and this is the one that we're going to show you, and we're going to concentrate on this today, and we're going to be doing the whole of it. This is going to be part of the 1.15 beta. So how do we open files, and where do we get them, and what do we do with them? Now this is the important part. Okay, first of all, I'm going to close all of these windows, okay, because except for this one, because you need to know how to find them and where to find them. And the first thing that you're going to be doing is you're going to be going back to the library. You're going to be right clicking, you'll be going to go to properties, and you're going to be going to local files, and you're going to go browse local files. Now you'll get this window again. Now let me make that a bit more better. So you'll get your list. Yeah, hopefully you can see the list quite easily, and you've got 32-bit and you've got 64-bit. I only deal with 64-bit. I don't deal with 32-bit. I do not know what the difference is, so unfortunately I can't answer any questions on that. But what I believe it's something to do with your operating system, because I've got 64-bit Windows 7. Okay, I'm using Windows 7, not Windows 10. So we go into the, I think it's 64 default data, and you get this. Okay, you get all of this. Now the couple of bits that are not in the original files is this one here, which is called install. That's my mod. This one that is called uninstall, which is my mod. Okay, and backup recipes. Okay, that is also not in there. Now again, we've got the manufacturer's stuff in there. Now there's also nice bits and pieces in there. So basically what you've got to do is basically just copy all of that, right? Whoops, we missed one. All of that, and we're going to copy. I'm going to go backup recipes, and we're going to paste. And you're going to get this window if you've got some in already, and you're just going to go copy and replace. Okay, there's only a few files, but we don't need that one, so we can delete that one. Okay, so that now gives you original recipes. If anything goes wrong, if you screw up a recipe or something like that, and you say, well, oh my god, what have I done, where is it? You've got backup. Everything when you're writing a mod is backup, backup, backup. If you don't back up, you screwed it. Don't bother modding. Okay, every modder out there has learnt the hard way. I learnt the hard way. We forgot to back it up. We did hours of work and it crashed. We've had to delete it. We've got no backup. We've lost all those hours of work. Back up everything. If you're not sure, back it up. So we've now got these. So what are we looking for? Now when we open this recipe here, the manufacturer's recipe, yeah, this isn't an original, this is an updated one. Okay, so we're going to right click on this and we're going to edit with Notepad++. Okay, so this is going to give you all the files that's in there. Yeah, alright, and you can see that there's no broken WASP mod, none whatsoever. We don't want to touch any of this. Okay, we do not want to touch any of this. So we're now going to go over to our other screen, and we're going to bring in another window. Let's just see, is that the right one? No, that's not the right one. I need the where am I? Let me just shut that, get my web links open. That's the wrong window. Format font, and we're going to go 22. Okay, format fonts. So I can't let you see what's on this folder, on this file, because it's in the wrong place. So where are we? So we need to go copy, file, new. Right, so you're now going to be looking for a place called this, which is, let me make this bigger for you. Format font. Let's go, what is it? 28. That should be okay. So you can see it now says C uses HMK app data local low projected garage Fortress Craft mods XML. So what you do is you highlight that, okay, and you go copy. You can close that screen if you want, and don't have to save it as long as you know what you're doing there. And you open up your Windows, go into your run command and paste it, and you'll get the XML file, and you'll get this. Okay, just as I'm doing a tutorial, driver update comes up and says you need to update this. Well, we don't need to update, so we're going to bring up the screen so we can see how many people are in here. So you've now got some files in the modded folder, and you'll see the manufacturer's recipe. Now this is the important one. When you first go to your notepad and you go to any of the recipes, and we'll take an example, we'll go to the top and we'll say solar power. You don't want the solar power costing you 50 lithium bars, 25 gold bars and tin bars. You just say, well, I want it copying 5 lithium bars, right? You have now just become a modder, yeah? Because you've changed the game. Because that solar power now will only cost you 5 lithium bars. So we're going to show you exactly what that is, yeah? Right? So if you now right click on Notepad++ and go save as, yeah, you can see that it's going to open into the location that you opened, which is the backup recipes. Okay, now if you press save, you are writing over an original game file, and we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do save, and we're going to say yes because we want to replace it. Yeah, so we now know that the solar panel is only going to cost 5 lithium. So we've got to test that, because if you don't test it, you make all these massive changes, you are not going to be able to check everything you do, and you change, you check it again, and you check it again. So we are going to now go and open Fortress Craft Evolved, and we're going to press play on here. Right, and hopefully it's worked, because I've got a modded folder in the manufacturing thing in the modded folder, so it might not actually work for me. Okay, so this is another point that we're going to point out to you, that if you've got a file in the modded folder, it should actually overwrite it. Okay, so we're actually going to go to Helsinia 3. This is one of our worlds, as you all know. It's going to load, it's going to take a few bits and pieces, but you can see just how long it's going to be. We're already in 30 minutes, well, 28 minutes into the stream, and we can see that it's going to be quite a while. And that's not lag you're seeing, that's the game loading. Okay, alright, so that is, like I said, it's kind of not lag. Okay, it's just getting everything loaded and stuff like that, and because I'm doing quite a lot trying to show you all how it's done, you will be getting a lot of slow frame rate, I'm afraid, so I do apologise for that, but doing the best I can here. So we changed the solar panel, so you can see that the lithium bar, even though we changed it to 5, it's still saying 50. Now this is where, like we said, we need to look into the modded folder. So we now know that's not working correctly because it still says 50 there, so we're gonna X out of that. Now I'm not worried about saving it, and we're going to go into our XML file, which is the recipes here. We're going to create a new folder. Where are we? New folder, backup files. Okay, and we're going to take this and we're just going to shove that one in there, and you'll get this error: these files might be harmful to your computer, blah blah blah. Ignore it, press cancel. Okay, so press cut, go to the backup files and press paste. Now you've saved that backup file, because that backup file is very important later on. So we get rid of this and we go back into play. And the window opens and we drag the game across. The reason I have to keep dragging the game across, by the way, is because I've got 2 screens, and when I open up Fortress Gravity Revolved, it sits in the middle of the 2 screens, which is rather annoying. Okay, so Helsinia 3, so there we go. Oh, and Helsinia 3, by the way, was season 5. Right, so Control and T to stop all the world downloading, just have it instantly there. And we need to turn around and go back. Need to go and press E. Now this time when we go on the solar panel, you can see that it only costs 5. Now the reason it now only costs 5 is because we took out the modded file and we put that into backup folder, so that is not overwriting the original file. Yeah, and we changed the original file, and that is now back to 5. Okay, because you overwrote the original, it was 50, we're now doing it at 5. And also, if you check on our Broken Wasp mod, all of it's gone, all of it's vanished, it's not there. Okay, so what we do now is we get rid of this, we go back into our Notepad++, yeah, and we put the original file, because we don't want to change the original file, yeah, and we go save as. Always go save as, not as save, okay, because you want to do that. Hi Dakes. Right, Dakes is asking how I create an installation exe for XMLs I changed. Right, making an installation for exe is going to be way towards the end of the modded tutorial. You need an installer, okay, because you're asking for an executable program, and we actually do use one of those. Okay, we can give you the name, you can go and download it, but the problem is it's not very good. The program that you're going to be looking for is, if I can find it, is Install Creator. Okay, that's the one that you want. I'll just type it up on Notepad for you. Notepad, and that's going to be Install Creator. Okay, so if you Google that, that will actually run you through how to make a simple exe. Okay, but the easiest way is, if you're just making one or two changes, just back up the file and put the new one in there. So that's your original one there. So why do we have a modded one and why do we have an original one? The reason we have a modded one and we have an original one is because we don't want to touch the originals. The originals is if our mod goes wrong and we've got our files in the modded section, we can just put our files into the modded folder and we can just not touch the originals, and if anything goes wrong with our modded ones, we can just put them into a backup folder, and you can see how it changes it and it puts it back to the original. Now, how do you change your modded folder? Now, this is where we open our file and we bring up our backup files, and this time we copy this, yeah, and we paste this. Okay, and what we do now is we now open this with edit. Okay, now unfortunately it will say manufacturer recipes.xml and manufacturer recipes XML. Now, the simplest way to do this, if it's been done, yeah, is you right click, because this is your original, select all and copy. Okay, then you go to your modded one because you change your recipes, yeah, you go all the way down to the bottom, yeah, and now this is all the information that we do for the Broken Wasp mod. And what we do is we go to the bottom of where we do our Broken Wasp mod, and it's got quite a few lines, okay, for this, and we will go through because we're going to show you how to put a new recipe in there. Okay, grooves, consumables, right, copy here for the decorative mod, yeah, makes Ruby. You can see we've put in a lot. This is this, so this line here, hopefully it's in green, you can see it's, I've highlighted it. It says Broken Wasp mod by HMK. So what do we do now? Basically what we do is we right click and we scroll all the way up as quickly as possible, okay, all the way up to the top, and this does take a little bit of time, so do have patience, don't take your finger off. You see I'm moving the mouse so it goes quicker, okay, alright, and we're at the top, and you make sure you get all the way to the edge, over the edge, and then you right click on it and you click paste, and what that has done, yeah, is it's put in a broken line, and you can see this array of craft data here. Now if you ran the game there now, that would break, it wouldn't work, because what you need to do is you need to take this line out, array of data completely out, yeah, so that's that there, and you've still got all your Broken Wasp mod. And now anything in here, this section above the Broken Wasp mod section, or whatever you're going to be calling your mod, is going to be new, okay, and you can say, right, okay, anything the game devs have put into this file, is now going to be included with your mod. Okay, so it's going to be updated. Okay, so we're now going to save this, and we're going to say, right, save as, and you can see it's going to be saving it in the mods folder because we know that this one works. So we're going to go yes, save, and we're going to say yes, replace it. Now I know a few places in this I need to go and check, so we need to go up to the top, yeah, and I need to open this file here, and this is the bits that I've changed for my crafting bit for broken wasps, and we're going to now copy this, yeah, and we're going to copy that, and we're going to say, right, what are we looking for? We are looking for something called Windows. Okay, so we go back to this file, the original file here. We can close that file. We no longer want that file. This is our modded file. So we now go and we look for the window, and there's no organization in here, by the way. You have to hunt through it yourself. And this green bit, do not undo this. This is where you can make your a second power hub. Leave that as is. The mods and the devs have took that out for a reason. If you uncraft this, yeah, your game's going to crash and break. So anything that's in green like this, do not touch. Okay, just leave well alone, unless you want to break the game, of course. So we're still going down here, and I think we're going a bit too far. I'm going to go back up to the top again. I should have actually organic solar to PTG, steel bar, BFL, laser, that's power, PSB Mark 2, PSB Mark 3, PSB 4, 5, organic, key mining, hopper mini, hopper, torch, electronic lights, reinforced rock, reinforced wood, windows, all base. Here we go. Now this is what we're looking for. A weak window has wooden frames. Now the key here, okay, is to make sure you are going to copy the right stuff. So you have a look at there, and you make sure that you've got all your bits and pieces. You're not going to change anything else there. And what you do is this craft data here, you'll see you've got two purple lines come in and a little bit of red line. That is the craft bit for your mod. Okay, so what you do is press return there, and if you press return there, this will give you a bit that you can put in, and I normally put in 3 lines. And what we're going to do is put in here, and you see everything's turned green there. Don't forget to check this, and then space, 2 lines and an arrow, and it goes back to normal. What this green bit is, it's information. The computer program reads these, sees it's in green, and don't want to know that, I ignore that. But for you, you know what it is. Okay, so you now highlight this bit, yeah, and you go paste, and that is your new window. Okay, that is your new window there. Okay, because what we added was we added glass. Okay, we added glass there. A weak window has wooden frames with some glass. Okay, alright, so we're actually going to change the hint about it as well, and what we're going to be doing on this is uses wooden planks but also needs to cook something. Okay, so we're gonna put that. Okay, so because we've changed that, what we need to do is we need to copy this again, go to our Windows file, go to this bit here because it's the window, and we go paste. So we've now changed it because we've got our backup, and then we've got the other one, which is the space windows, and we go and change this, and we go copy, and what we do is we look for the space windows, and here we go, this is the space window. So you check the craft data, yeah, right, and you press return, and then you go back up here and you pressed paste, and there you go. So you've got iron plates and you've got glass, and this is a nice hint here, useful for looking into the guts of your base. Okay, I kind of like that as well. Hint, it's see-through. Okay, so that's a bit more of our mod done. So what you do is you save as, and we go into manufacturing and you go save, and you go yes, right. Okay, now we want to check our work. Okay, we don't want to go too further. We've made some changes, we want to check our work, so it's again, we play the game. Now if you remember when we was doing it, it was saying that we had none of the broken mod recipes in there, and we would check in the solar panel. So we're just going to keep going in here, and we're going to go into this one here. We'll just wait for it. There we go. Obviously if you've got a better PC than me, you will have all this background stuff and load quicker, but we're not too worried about that, to be honest. So we press E on the manufacturing bit, and we'll check to make sure that we've got our recipes back, and you can see that we have got our recipes back. Okay, we've still got a lot of null item entries. We're going to show you how to get rid of all of those there, and we've got all of these, and we've got the glowstone, the sand and the glass. Okay, and you can see sand is by rough-hewn rock, but we've got a little bit of problem there with sand, so we're going to be changing that recipe, and glass, and we're going to be checking something else. So we know that our recipe's back. We're going to be pressing C, because C is your other menu. Okay, and we're going to be looking at the, where is it, the window. Okay, and you can see that we've got wooden planks and we've got glass there. we've got space window, and we've got iron plate, and we've got glass there. So you can see now that that has changed. Okay, so that is working fine. We're okay with that. So we're going to click on that. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to close it. So the next thing that we're going to be doing in our mod is we're going to be opening up our notepad, and we say, okay, our manufacturing recipes are okay. We're happy with that. We're not going to change anything on that at the moment, because we're happy with everything about it on that. The only thing probably is we'll be looking at the sand later, because it gives you a recipe. You can't do it until you find sand. Now we can change this if we wish to, but we now need to go and look at a few of the other files. So we need to open the other folder, which is the data folder, and we need to look at the items folder, which we're going to also open with Notepad, and we're going to be saying, well, has the items folder changed? Now I can say for a fact that the items folder has not changed, due to the fact that I've got the broken wasp mod glowstone seed there, and we will explain what the item IDs and all that is later on. We're going to get the broken wasp mod back up and running. So the next thing is, what we need to do is we need to open the folder again. Is that the right one? No, that's the wrong one. Open the data file, and we need to open the terrain data. Okay, we need to open that again with the edit, and I know for a fact that this one has been changed. So how do we fix this one, because we haven't got a backup of this one? So what we do is, I am going to go to my desktop, computer, okay, desktop, and you're going to see it very messy. I've got lots and lots of stuff over on here, and I think it's FCE mods, backup files. You can see I've got backup files here, and you can see that I've got a terrain data here. So we edit that, and you can see that what we've got here is we've got all our cube types here. Now the problem with this file is that you cannot put this currently on the recording date of the 5th of the 12th of 2015 into the modded folder. It's not been supported. Okay, so what you've got to do, you've got to change the original. Now this is why we say you make a backup. So you copy all of that, yeah, and what you do is you right click and copy, go to the original terrain data, make a space and paste. Now don't forget, you need to take out this line. Okay, if you don't take out that line there, it won't work. So we now know that this terrain data will work. So what we do is we right click and we select save as, and you are going to overwrite this terrain data, and you're going to click save. Make sure you've got your backup recipes in there, you've got it in there, you're happy with that. Go back to your original data files there and click save, and you click yes. And oh god, who's got it in green? Is that Hi the Mining King? So what we need to do now is, because we've made another change, you close your windows and you go and press play. And this is why when you're modding a game and you check and check and check, is it takes a while to even do the simple things. I mean, this is just to get back to where we were before we start making any changes. Okay, so we enter the world. So again, we wait for CPH, loading it, and you can see that's loaded quicker. Okay, now the reason that's loaded quicker is because the game has not found so many error logs. Okay, so we now go and check on our manufacturing window, and we go and press E, and we go to our modded bit. Now I'm using the plant bit, by the way, because I know where everything is. So far everything looks so good, and you can see, look, where we had copper coal, tin coal, iron coal, where it said null before, you can now see that it's back there. It's there, it's done, and it's fixed. And you can see all the compacted lithium, iron, and all of that are also working. So we know now that our mod is up to date. We can say, we could actually update that to beta and say, right, that is done, we're ready, and we're done. So we close the game, and we now know that when we open our plus plus, that everything that we got in here is now working. But you've got to make sure now that this one here, yeah, is saved. So what you do is you go to the file, okay, and where are we? Folder XML. Sorry, wrong one. Data. And what you do is you copy this, okay, you copy it, and then you go to your modded version backup files, okay, so whatever your version is, and you paste it in, and you copy and replace it, so you've got a backup, okay, you know that that backup is there. Now the other file that we've got to check is the research file, okay, so we'll close that one, and we'll look at this, and we'll edit this with the edit plus plus. Okay, has been modified by another program. Do you want to reload it? Ooh, no, that shouldn't have actually have happened. So this is the new one. What have we got on here? This is research project requirements. No tree trunk amount 9, leaves 9. So again, leave, if it's already in green, don't adjust it, okay, just do not adjust it. This is to do with the lab, okay, this is the ones that we're altering. Again, green there. Don't do that one. So what we're looking for is, again, we need to open up our backup of our files, yeah, and I believe, did we open this one, edit with plus plus, okay, and we're gonna just check where this one was, save, yeah, okay, so this is the original, this is the modified one. So where is our modified one? So we should have somewhere down here. Again, it's not in any order. Okay, but you can see here, this is what we're looking for at line 342. I've got broken WAS mod adjustment. Okay, now for this you need to select the research data entry, because if you don't copy all of that, yeah, that is going to be a problem for you. So we are looking for, what is it, advanced logistics. The key is T2 assist machine. So we copy this. Okay, we copy that. We go to the original. This is again one that is not supported, so we know it's at line 342. Okay, because we're not adding to this T1 assist or T2 assist. Yeah. Okay, so we can see that this file here is still the same. So we should paste that there, and that's okay. So now again you save as, research, and save. Now I have a suspicious feeling that we need to close that file because it's wrong. This is the modded version. Now the reason I say that is because we had that error. Now I don't want that folder. I want the data folder, and I want the backup recipes, and I want to open the research, and I want to edit that. And now this is the one that I'm wanting to check at 342. Okay, so no, that's still there. Okay, so it's still there, so it's still okay. So that still means that we're okay on that. That's not not a problem. So we can close that one, and we can do save as, and we make sure that we've got that one in the backup items, which is research, which is save there, and say yes. So we're now going to, this is now put my broken WAS mod back to playability, but we want to show you now the difference between a terrain data object, yeah, and a items object. Now today what I want to do is add another seed. Okay, and we're going to say, well, what are we going to do? What seed are we going to do? So we're gonna, I kind of like the glow rooms, yeah. So we're going to be going to the items. We're just going to be having a is it an item or is it terrain? I think it's going to be a terrain. So we're going to have a look at the terrain, and we've got grass here, and we've got rock, and we've got dirt, and we've got wooden planks, and we've got brick, rubble, TNT. Oh, TNT, by the way, yeah, blow things up, but we haven't got TNT usable yet. Trampoline, reinforced wood, bedrock, sand. Now this is the sand, which you've got to remember. There's two types of sand. We're trying to get this sorted out like we did the magma. So window, leaves, teleporter, black grill, bookshelf, torch, show, reinforced old, white box. So yeah, this is so the way that you have to do it. There's no other way. See, now before, to show you that the mods do help you out, is we used to just have magma, but because I wanted to use it in my Broken Wasp mod, what we had was magma, and then DJ made fluid magma. It already made it, but the entry numbers, you can see the cube type is 42. You've got the cube type there is 168, so it's now split into two. So we actually did that. So if you are nice to the devs and you speak to them nicely, they will make changes for you. Okay, it might not be straight away, but will make changes for you. So you can see here we've got sand, okay, which is 169. Now I know I've got a problem with my sand, so I want to have a look at my manufacturing recipes. I've got sand 169. Where we got sand type 169. Now I believe that is the wrong one, so I want to go back to my items, and was it items or is it terrain data? Oh, terrain data. So we want to have a look for sand again. Right, and you can see here sand type 13. Okay, so we're going to go back to our manufacturer's recipe, and we're going to go back and we're going to change this to 13. Okay, and you need to go and do save as again, and we're going to do save, do yes. So we're now going to run the game because we've made a change. I'm going to go play. In window. Now, I'm not going to check it in Halcyon 3 because I know it works in Halcyon 3. I want to go and check it in Halcyon in season 6 because I know I was having a problem with it in season 6. Okay, because even though I had sand, because we had the recipe wrong on the item number, because the two sands are there, that is where we were doing it. We were finding a problem, and this is why you need your own team. You need your beta testers and stuff like that. Right, so we're now on this one, so Control and T, and we're going to open up this one here. Oops, E, and I'm going to be looking Broken Wasp mod there. Go on, load up. Like I said, it's a little bit rough for us. A bit rough for us. Okay, and we got glass, and that's sand there, and we got sand. Now, hopefully now, because I changed that recipe, and I won't really know until we got it again, is if we craft this now. Yeah, so I can now craft that. I can now craft glass as well. Okay, 1 sand for 1 glass. That's fine. So that's good. I'm happy with that. So we change that, and we go back to the manufacturer's recipes on the notepad and say, right, okay, because I can't do the scan, we've got to check that a little bit later. And so what I'm going to do is okay, so I know that that's got to be done there, and again I've made a change, save it, okay, and say yes. So what is next? Okay, glowstream seeds. So like I said, I'm looking through the terrain data, because terrain data are placeables, and it's roof floor tile, red brick. These are everything that's in the game, so it can take a while to find what you want, because you're looking for a specific thing. All of these here. Oh, and yes, by the way, you can actually make water. Okay, so we actually may add water, okay, to some of the schematics. Now, this is also something else that is interesting here, which is hardened resin. Okay, and you can see hive core. Okay, and we'll try and explain all of these to you a little bit later. You got Geiger there. You actually see got Butcher Boy stones, Butcher Boy pebbles, and Butcher Boy stone wall. So what we might do is we might take these, because they're not manufacturable yet, and we might say, right, okay, we want Butcher Boy wood planks, and we're going to say, right, okay, we're going to actually put those in, because Butcher Boy does a lot of promotion for us and the game. So we might say, right, we're going to put that in, we're going to put these in, but we'll see how those go. White light, thunder flash, electric arc, rainbow light, red light, white light, emergency light, iron ore. Ooh. So it's very interesting to see what you get from here, because there's lots. You can say range minimum, range maximum. You can mess around with these if you want and see what they do. You can't really do much of those. Copper ore. So you've got an unnamed T5 ore here, so you can say, right, where is it, concrete, dirt and all that, and say, right, can we use them, where are they? And you can see this, look, hardness here, 20,000. So you can't mine that at the moment. but we could make it mineable. All things like this which we can make and we can change just by making a simple change. I still haven't found what I want yet, and how's it curve? Hopefully we've got it in here. See, we have got, look, a glass block. Now we do want this one, chevron sign. All the basic fuel rockets there and everything, by the way. This is what we want, okay, and we want to have a look at this. Now the reason that we wanted to have a look at this is because we need the actual proper name. We don't need the block, we need the name. And bubbleberry. So we're going to be looking at, we've got the orange glow pod, the blue glow pod, the green glow pod, and the purple. I like the purple, so I'm going to copy this name. Okay. And we're going to go back to the manufacturer's recipe. And we're going to go down to the bottom, and you can see that I'll put new block recipes and making plant section. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to paste the purple glow pod name so I know. So I now want to put in a new menu. Okay, now you can see that the easiest things for us to do is, first of all, making plant section. We're going to make the plant. So we're going to take this, because we've already done the glossary, and we're going to copy, and we're going to paste. Okay, and we're going to just take that over there like that. Now, where and how do we change it? Because if you run this now, it will crash because you've got two conflicting bits. So the first thing I always start off with is a description. So makes one PUR purple glow pod from one purple glow pod seed. Okay, so what are we going to be doing? What are all these green bits here? Menu name, glow stream, which is going to be no good for us because we want purple glow pod. So we click this and we cut it, and we now put in there, paste. The key you need to change that as well. Can't remember what the key's done. I haven't put the key bit there. I believe that is the item it's looking for. Okay, now this category is where it goes in the game menu, okay, which is consumables, which is the little plant thing. Okay, so this gives you the amount, so you'll get 1, okay, and this is what you need at the moment, saying glowstone seed. So we now have to make that change to paste to a seed. Okay, so there you go. That is your purple glow pod part. Okay, so if you run that, it will crash because you haven't got a glow pod seed. So we're now going to go to this part here. Okay, and we're going to take this and we're going to copy it again, space, and we're going to paste, and we're going to make sure that we go back to the craft data, and that's at the top. Yep, so we take this craft data and link it there, and we're going to put in there, paste, whoops, we're going to undo that, sorry, because we need to copy this. Okay, that's there, and we need to paste that there. We need to paste this here. Okay, and then the crafting cost is going to cost you that, and this is where you can say, right, what does a glow pod do? It glows. So we've got dirt and tree trunk. Okay, so that was doing a mushroom, so you could change this, but we're just going to leave it as it is because we want to test it. Okay, and now this makes 2 purple glow pod seeds from 1 purple glow pod. So again, that will crash, but the recipes are there. So again, you go save as, save, yes. So now we need to go into the item section. Okay, we go all the way down to the bottom. Right, now this is where the item ID comes in. Okay, if you remember, I didn't realise what the item ID was, what the key was. Okay, this is the key. Okay, the key is the item or the terrain data. Okay, you can see the terrain data is a purple glow pod. We do not have this part here. We do not have. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to go item entry. Okay, and we're going to take this, we're going to copy it, and we're going to put it underneath here, and we're going to go paste. Now I have realized that with this one here, okay, that it doesn't like spaces. Why? I don't know. Now what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be putting, whoops, we're going to go back to the manufacturer's plant, and we're going to get that key, and we're going to make glowstone seed, paste, I'm going to do plural, paste, and sprite I'm hoping is going to work as a purple glow pod. This will let us know whether it's going to work or not. Okay, it's very hit and miss on that one. And what we need to do is, now you can't have 701 and 701, it just won't work. So we can see that the item ID here, we put it in between, but we've already got a 703, so we're going to be using a 705. Now there's a reason why we use item IDs of 7,000 and higher, because if you use anything lower, you're going to conflict with the actual game out items itself. Yeah, so we now save this, save as items, and we go yes, because we've got our backup items. Now the terrain data, this is what you can actually place. Now you can see that we've got placeable stuff here, value entry, and we don't change any of these, so hopefully we've got everything right. So now this is the part that we've added in the purple glow pod seeds. So we're now going to go and press play, and we're going to ask ourselves, is it going to work? And we've got the confidence, I'm going to say yes, it's going to work. Right, so this is where I want to go into season 6. Now this is a part where it will load or crash. Yeah, so far it's going. If it was going to crash, it would have crashed by now. Okay. So I always press Control and T. I don't like it downloading like that. It doesn't work for me, I'm afraid. So we're looking at the consumable, which is this flower kind of thing, and we're going to be going all the way down here. And we're looking at the end, and you can see that the purple glow pod is there, and you can see that we need a purple glow pod, dirt, and a tree trunk. And you can see that the information here makes 2 purple glow pod seeds from 1 purple glow pod. And if you click on the purple glow pod, makes 1 purple glow pod from 1 purple glow pod seed. Okay, so what do we need? We need a purple glow pod. So let's go and find a purple glow pod. And look at this, we happen to just about have one here. So we're going to take the purple glow pod, and we're going to take that. We got 1 purple glow pod. We're going to put in the recipe here, and we've got this, and we've got craft. We've got 2 glow pod seeds, and we've got an error. Okay, we have an error because what we're doing is we've got the glow pod makes 1 purple glow pod from 1 purple glow pod seed. So how do I know that we've got an error? Because if we look at this glow shroom seeds, glow shrooms 2, if we craft one of those, yeah, the seeds go down and the glow shrooms the seeds go up and the glow streams go down. So you can see that I've got 8 glow streams. Now the purple ones, when I do this, they match. Okay, so we know that we've got a problem. So what's the problem? Where are we doing? So the purple glow pod is not saying glow, not saying seed. Okay, and you got purple glow pod. So we need to exit this. You can see that we've got like I said, we've got error. We go back to our menus, and we've got glow pod seed. We go back to the manufacturer's recipe and we have a look at what we're doing. Plant section, seeds. Okay, so we have a look. Glowstream seed, purple glow pod, seed. Okay, Glowstream seed, glow pod, seed. Okay, and making plant section, Glowstream, purple Glowstream. So now we know that this is correct. So we save as, save, yes, and we go back to the game because that's the bit that we've changed. And we now go back and we go and check out our menu. And you can see now it says seed and it says, you know, so now when we craft, the purple glow seeds and the purple glow pods are not going in tandem. You can see we've got no glow pods, so but we've got 8 glow pod seeds, and you can now do this. Okay, so you've now got purple glow pods. Okay. And so what we can do is we can take our glow pods, if we can find them. They should be in here somewhere. You can see we've got 8 here. If we just press 2, 3, 4. If we just take these. Okay. And you can see now that we have 8 lovely glow pods. There we go. Just as simple as that. And I really do like, out of all the colours, this is the one that I actually do like. This is the one that it is just most useful. So that is how you change some basic recipes into your game, and that to me makes you a modder, because You've modified something. That is what I believe a modder is. He takes the game, he modifies something, and that's it. You're a modder. How easy is that to do? So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be escaping out of this, because we know everything now works. Yeah. Okay, so we know that works. So we're now going to go back to our notepad, because there's something else that I wanted to put in here today, and this is it's going to go in the new block recipe. We need to find the terrain data, and unfortunately I've got to go through it again, because I didn't note down where it was. Wooden planks, bricks, or is it in the items? It might be in the items. Is it in the items? No, it's placeable. Just be a little bit, just trying to get this to I do want to make I don't know what it looks like. Is the Butcher Boy stone wall or the Butcher Boy wooden planks? So we're going to take the Butcher Boy wooden planks, and we're going to copy that. I'm going to go match manufacturer's recipe, and we're going to put we're just going to put that there. So just paste that down. I'm going to make a new recipe. This is the craft data recipe that we're just going to copy there, and we're going to put paste there, and again remember the key is the Butcher Boy. Copy and paste, so we can get rid of that now. So what we're going to do is, what you're going to need is we're going to have a look at our recipes. We're not going to have sand, and we're going to have obviously we're going to have tree trunks. Copy. And this is what you're going to need, and we're going to say paste. So you can now make Butcher Boy wooden planks from tree trunks. So copy. Now I know this one is whoops, not that one. Paste. Okay, so we're going to save this one. File, save as, save, yes. Okay, what we're going to do is make makes one BUTC. Butcher Boy wooden plank. Okay, so now, so we save that again, save as, save, and we now go to play the game again. And when we look down here, we should have Butcher Boy wooden blanks. And there you can see there it goes, it's crafted, it's craftable. We're going to take a tree trunk. Okay. And we have now got a Butcher Boy wooden plank in the game, in the updated game. We'll just move that one there, and we will place it down for you so you can see that there you go, there is the Butcher Boy wooden plank. Okay, so now Butcher Boy, if you're watching, you can build a house with your own named planks, because that was already in the game and that is the easier version. So what we're going to do is, we've spent nearly 2 hours on modding this, and in the next episode we're going to show you how to put in your own block. Okay, and this is really kind of difficult to do because you need someone who understands textures and stuff like that, but we're going to show you how to put in your own block, name your own block, and use the in-game textures that we've already got. So we will do that. So I really do hope that those of you that are interested in modding have really enjoyed this. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to do all the files and stuff like that. We're going to close this game down and we're going to quit that. Okay, now before we actually finish, we've still got some bits and pieces that we need to make sure that you need to remember to do. Is that you go to your ++ folder, right? You make sure that there's no red items here. Okay, and what you need to do is you need to open now up your Windows, start from your XML ones, and you've got your manufacturing recipes there, and you copy this. Okay, and you go to your backup files and you paste that. Okay, so that's that one, and the other one we need is the items file. So you go into the original one, which is the XML files. No, sorry, it's not the XML files, is the world I can find the right screen. Okay, is the backup file, is the data right? Is you copy this, you copy the items, go into your file, paste, and you make sure the next one is the research. Backup files. Then the terrain data file. Whoops. Into the terrain data. Okay. Copy. Okay, now once you've done all of that, you can say, right, that would be ready to go out, compile into an exe to give out to your followers and your fans. And what we're going to be doing, like I said, on the next episode, we're going to be showing you how to change C, use desktop FCE, one backup files, copy research, XML, this file's been bound one, if you want to reload it. No. Okay, and we're going to show you the terrain data. Okay, we're going to show you how to put in a new block, which is these are new blocks, okay, here, and we're going to show you how to make a new block, totally new block, and we're going to show you the difference between terrain data, and we're going to show you the difference between items. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's just been under 2 hours. Any questions on the topics that we've covered today, I'm happy to answer to the best of my knowledge. Leave them in the description below, and happy modding. And we'll also be doing in I think season 3, showing you how to do things like the Autry and stuff like that. So again, happy modding, have fun, stay safe. We'll see you soon. We're going to take a bit of a break, and we'll be back a little bit later where we will send the bits and pieces to our testers. Bye.